Police officers often face unexpected dangers, not just from criminals but also from wild and aggressive animals. From deadly dog attacks to shocking encounters with alligators and tigers, their bravery is tested in extreme situations. These real-life incidents show how officers put their lives on the line to protect others. On May 13, 2022, an 11-year-old girl was walking home from school when two pit bulls started chasing her. She ran home, but the dogs followed her. The girl tried to protect herself with a broom, but the dogs grabbed it from her. One of them bit her hand. Someone called the police, and an officer arrived at the scene. As soon as he got there, the dogs acted aggressively. One of them ran toward him, so he shot the dog. Both dogs then ran away. The girl was treated for her injury.
It's fine, I just don't really want that to happen again.
I'm fine, I just don't want that to happen again, she said. The wounded dog was later put to sleep, but the other dog was returned to its owner. The owner was charged for letting the dog run loose and for the injury it caused. The owner said, "This is the first time they ever did something like this. They have never been a problem. They are always around kids." The officer was lucky that he saw the dogs coming, but another officer was not so lucky. On April 24, 2022, police were called about a loose dog in a neighborhood. Before they could start investigating, something unexpected happened. A pit bull suddenly attacked one of the officers from behind. It bit his leg 5 times, but he managed to kick it away. Even though he was badly injured, things could have been much worse. "Do you need anything? Are you okay?" someone asked. "There's not much you guys can do for me, but I got," the officer replied. The people at the scene said they were taking care of the dog for its owner, who was away. It is unclear what happened after that. But one thing is clear, the officer's quick reaction saved him that day. Tiger attack at the zoo. On December 29, 2021, police got a shocking call. A man was being attacked by a tiger at the Naples Zoo.
Please! Oh my God! Please help me! Please help me!
The caller was screaming for help, begging to be saved. Officers rushed to the scene as fast as possible. Anthony Rosenquist, a 26-year-old cleaner, entered a restricted area. He reached into the tiger's cage after the zoo had closed. An 8-year-old Malayan tiger, named Echo, bit his arm. Rosenquist screamed in pain but couldn't escape. Despite the danger, he managed to call 911. He kept shouting for help while the tiger held onto his arm. Officers arrived and saw his arm trapped. The tiger refused to let go no matter what. A deputy had to make a quick decision. To save Rosenquist, he shot the tiger. The bullet hit Echo, and he released the man. Sadly, the tiger died from the gunshot. Rosenquist was taken to the hospital immediately. He had broken bones and deep wounds on his arm. Doctors worked hard to save his arm. They prevented it from being amputated. Even though Rosenquist went into the area by mistake, he was not charged. The zoo and the public were saddened by Echo's death. This incident was a reminder of how dangerous wild animals can be. It also showed the risks of ignoring safety rules. Chimpanzee attack on a woman. On February 16, 2009, a woman made a desperate 911 call. Her friend was being attacked by a chimpanzee named Travis. Sandra called 911, pleading for help. She shouted that Travis was killing her friend. The operator asked her to stay calm. Sandra kept begging for police to bring guns. When police arrived, Travis ran toward an officer's car. The officer had no choice but to shoot him. Travis was hit by 4 bullets. He ran back into the house and died in his room. Charla Nash suffered life-changing injuries. Despite many surgeries, she lost parts of her face and hands. Later, she received $4 million from Sandra in a lawsuit. This was one of the most shocking animal attacks ever recorded. Sandra Harold was heartbroken after the attack. She lost her pet and faced heavy criticism. A year later, in 2010, she passed away. The tragedy left lasting pain for everyone involved. The next officer faced 2 fierce dogs and was still bitten 12 times all over his body. On April 13, 2023, an officer went to a neighborhood after reports of 2 stray dogs attacking a man. He asked a resident if they had called about the dogs.
Did you call about it?
No, I don't call. That's a dog here. Almost bite me.
Okay, I'll go see if I can run it off.
It's a brown dog.
Okay.
But the man said he was only almost bitten. The officer then drove to the area to check. As he got closer, he heard barking from behind a fence. He spoke to the dogs, trying to calm them down. "Hey, buddy, what are you doing?" he asked. But the dogs were not friendly at all.
Hey, buddy. What are you doing? Someone told me that you tried to bite them.
One of the dogs forced its way through the door and attacked him. It bit his legs, thighs, and hands, leaving him struggling. The officer had no choice but to pull out his gun. He fired at the dogs to stop them. "I found the dogs. They bit me. I had to shoot one," he reported over the radio. Blood dripped from his uniform, but he stayed calm. He even talked to neighbors about what happened. He was taken to the hospital but later returned to duty. One dog died at the scene, while the other was taken to a vet. The owner was charged for allowing the attack to happen. It was a terrifying experience for the officer, but he was lucky to have survived. A dangerous search. On August 16, 2018, officers in California were searching for a suspected armed robber. A police dog and his handler entered a home, hoping to catch the suspect. Suddenly, two other dogs ran out behind them. The situation quickly turned dangerous. "Leave it. Come here," the officers shouted as the dogs barked aggressively. The dogs did not stop, making the officers nervous. "Grab your dogs," they yelled at the owner. After some struggle, the owner finally gained control. One of the dogs was tased, which helped calm it down. Fortunately, no serious injuries were reported. The officers managed to regain control of the situation. The search for the suspect continued. A deadly animal. On July 10, 2017, police officers in Boone Beach faced a different kind of threat. They were called to a house where an alligator had wandered in. The officers tried to corner it safely, but the alligator was angry and ready to fight. The officers had a special tool, a catch pole, to control the alligator. But one officer didn't know how to use it properly. "We have to get him to turn," one officer said. They struggled to keep the animal under control. The alligator moved fast, making it hard to catch. The officer quickly covered its head to blind it. This helped secure its mouth shut before it could bite. It was a risky move, but it worked. Even though the situation was dangerous, the officers handled it well. No one was hurt, and the alligator was safely removed. The officers remained calm under pressure. Their quick thinking saved the day. Officers wrestle with a roaming alligator. On March 29, 2023, Tampa police got a strange call. A 9-foot alligator was wandering near Raymond James Stadium. The giant reptile caused panic among people nearby. Officers rushed to the scene to handle the situation. As one officer approached, the alligator reacted aggressively. It hissed loudly and whipped its tail in defense. The officer had to be careful while trying to control it. The gator was strong and unpredictable. More officers arrived to assist with the capture. They used a yellow rope to make a noose. Carefully, they tried to loop it around the alligator's mouth. The creature fought back, making their job even harder. One officer moved closer to sit on the gator's body. This helped keep it still while others restrained it. They needed teamwork to handle the dangerous situation. It was a battle of strength and patience. The officers used duct tape to secure the gator's mouth. They also covered its eyes with a towel. This trick helped calm the animal down. The gator slowly stopped struggling. 4 officers sat on its back to keep it from escaping. Others worked quickly to tape its legs together. The plan worked, and the alligator was finally under control. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Once the gator was fully restrained, experts arrived. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission took over. They safely transported the gator to a better location. The officers had done a great job. These stories show how police officers face danger not only from people but also from animals. They risk their lives to protect others, acting quickly in scary situations. Always stay alert and report dangerous animals to keep your community safe. These stories show how brave police officers handle dangerous animals to protect others. Their quick actions save lives in risky situations. Subscribe now for more unbelievable real-life stories.